All right, okay. Gotcha.
3, 2.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. I got that good life type of feeling, like, I'm getting money, I'm all good, you know what I'm saying? I get mad love, and, you know what I'm saying? Everybody now with me, real niggas, real people, they with me, fake people don't with me. I tell them till you get real, don't with me, my good people with me. I tell them, you know it's all good, come with me, people don't with me. I tell them till you get right, don't. Welcome everybody to LiveActionTV here in the Bronx, New York, Union College, BronxNet. We have a wonderful show for everybody today. Shout out to me. I'm skipping Nikki today. Shout out to me.
Oh, really? Well, shout out to me since I haven't introduced myself because he's always forgetting about me anyway.
Shout out to Miss Nikki, everybody. Hey. Looking like Pam Grier with the pants on and everything. We had still her table today because we were going to show her pants off today. We had still her table. Got her a new chair and everything. Thanks to another producer who donated that chair to the cause. And I appreciate that.
Stepping it up.
I'm not going to look at the camera as I always do. I mean, I am going to look at the camera. Happy?
Yes.
So, we have Melo here today. He has a podcast out here in New York City. He talks a lot about New York City life. We're going to get his thoughts on New York City and having a podcast and how all that stuff works. So, let's jump right into it. Welcome. Melo, everybody.
How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Like that, put it in them pants. It's fire, boy.
Thank you for having me.
You know what I'm saying? They for being out here. I'm trying to, my mic's fucked up, so excuse me, everybody. It's just real TV. So, man, you got the fly J's on, man. I'm trying to get like you, bro.
Nah, I'm just real casual, calm, you know.
That's what's up.
Came to show love. Thank you for having me again.
You're ready, yeah.
You know?
So, how is it to be a podcaster, to have your own podcast in New York City? How is it to be like that? How does all that work?
Well, from my experience, I'm starting it up again. I started a couple years ago with a co-host. I'm starting again by myself.
Nice.
So it's a little rough though. It's not as easy as everybody thinks.
Right.
Especially when you have I'm sure you could attest. You have a lot of ideas you want to do. It take time. It take a lot of money. It take funding or whatever you need. So I had to regroup, get back together, and start all over.
Nice. So what do you talk about on your podcast?
So my podcast is called Udeadasspodcast. It's based around New York life and culture and really showcasing what New York living here is about. I feel like if you're not really from here, then you might have a false interpretation of what it is to live here. So people think they know what living out here is like, but it's really not like what's depicted in
the movies and the TV shows.
So I wanted to do a podcast that really is by us and displays our culture and all that. And y'all gotta come through too.
Of course.
I have y'all as guests as well, and I want to do cross-platform stuff like if y'all come or anybody, even if you have another podcast, I'm not,
it's good to network. Yeah, it's good to network. It's like we all doing the same thing. We all have similar goals and stuff. So why not work together?
Exactly.
When we were speaking earlier, you mentioned that you had graduated with your degree in, I think you said media communications.
Yeah, exactly.
So what made you choose that field?
Well, initially, so I graduated from Lehman.
Nice.
I actually was going to try to work at BronxNet.
Nice.
I was trying, but it was in the middle of the semester, so they started doing that in the beginning or whatever. So I was too late. But so basically, I started out as wanting to do film. Sometimes you go through something in your life and you just be like, damn, I feel like this could be a movie.
Word.
I feel like everybody has that one instance of everything, when it rains, it pours. You're like, this is some movie.
How everything happens is like, wow, this is some real movie shit.
I could curse.
Yeah, definitely.
It's late night. You can curse all you want.
Definitely. It's late night. It's how we do it. We don't give a fuck.
My fault. I was trying to keep it G. But so I was like, there's some real movie shit going on. So from that point, I just kind of remember me as a kid writing scripts and stuff like that, and really always being interested in that. But then I started kind of doing like wanting to do web series.
Nice.
So, but that took too many people and relying on too many people.
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all know once you gotta rely on 3 or more people, it's over. Like,
Yeah.
So
I got lucky because Miss Nikki is very, very into this. She's an actual friend of mine. So like I don't have no problem with like dealing with egos and finding people to work together and stuff like that. Me and her mesh very well. Everything works out perfectly fine. Even my DJ, he's a very cool dude.
Yeah.
So I got lucky, but
He's
it's
too
hard.
busy for
like,
us.
Yeah.
We started out with like 15 hosts.
Nah, word, it be like that. People don't know it. Like you gonna have an idea and you just the execution though, being like committed to something. Like you really gotta want to do it.
Right, seriously.
So I was doing the web series, and I think the first day I was shooting, like I had a scene with 4 people in it. 3 showed up, and at the last minute, all 4 of us there. The last person to cancel, and then. From that moment, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this shit no more. Like, I done planned my whole day and I didn't get nothing done. I can't rely on people no more.
Definitely. That's why like, when I do anything, I try to reach out to at least like 30 people. If I want 5 people, I reach out to 30. You know what I'm saying? Because you reach out to 30, 20 is coming, and 2 show up.
Exactly. And then half of them niggas gonna be late. So it's like, damn, like you gotta wait and shit. Don't book nothing, cause you book something a time slot. You might as well tell them niggas an hour or 2 before.
I was just telling the Brad and crew like I'm gonna start telling Miss Nikki to get here like at 8:30, 8 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, I've been doing good lately. I was on time the last 2 times.
You good, Miss Nikki, you good. I'm just saying.
It be like that though, like.
Me too. I'm late too. I'm a late person in general. I can't really talk shit. Yeah, I can't talk shit.
Nah, I've been late to my own episodes. Like, I done had guests pull up before me.
Like, coming right now, be in 10 minutes. Like.
Right. Then you try to accommodate your guests a little bit and shit, so you just get drinks and water
get some food, something,
refreshments
snack or something. Word.
So you end up getting, but yeah. So long story short, the whole thing of me waiting for people, like I got to a new year, I was just like, I'm not waiting on nobody no more. Like that shit is dead. So I just did the podcast, and then my co-host, she's a dub, so I had to regroup and do this shit myself. But we gonna do some dope. I got some dope ideas though.
Nice. So. Yeah, most of the time you gotta do things on your own, and when you start things on your own, the people like jump on and get on board and stuff. But they want to see you executing first and everything.
What you think about that though? Like you think that's kind of like dick riding a little bit?
It halfway is, but at the same time, it's like. You wouldn't fuck with somebody if they iffy. You know what I'm trying to say? You want to see them doing something first before you be like, all right, now I fuck with you because I see you doing something. Right. So it's kind of like jumping on the board or like jumping on the bandwagon, but it's also like people want to see you being consistent first. So in anything you're doing, don't worry about support. Worry about you making sure you're doing what you want to do, following your goals, and people will eventually follow suit. So
I think that's a fact. Like I think that people want to see a result first. Yeah, exactly. And nobody just about to follow something. Everybody talk about doing shit all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
But it's about the people that actually start doing the shit.
Word. So Melo, where can everybody find you at online?
All right, so I got my personal Instagram is at Big Bad Vibe, which is I kind of it's a play on work. I guess you know why I made that? Because everybody thinks that they not the toxic one.
Right,
you know,
right.
Instagram is about a lot of toxicity, and bad vibes, and everybody is always talking about the bad vibes. So I'm like, who the fuck is the bad vibe? Right. And I was like, you know what, I must be the bad vibe.
I'm one of the ones that sees
exactly. So I'm like, all right, might change my name to Big Bad Vibe. Nice. And my podcast Instagram is Udeadasspodcast with a U in the beginning. And you could basically send your stuff there. I'm trying to do more like outside of the studio type of things, more experimental shit. Nice. So really not being in the studio and just sitting down and talking, but seeing what you do. Yeah, exactly.
See what you're doing, where you at.
Exactly. Right. So, you know, like if we did one, I might fuck around and come here and interview y'all and y'all invite me.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, super dope.
Yeah. See how it is on the other side of the thing.
You're welcome to come back much as you want, stop by, hang out with us, you know what I'm saying, talk with us and whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. I'm gonna come back. I'm definitely coming back.
All right, so everybody check out Melo and his podcast, Udeadasspodcast, out here in New York City. Keep a lookout for him. And shout out to Miss Nikki.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Live Action, of course. And shout out to Capital J and Swan, who's not here. You already know. We'll be back right after this. LiveActionTV. Be the expert.
All right.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. LiveActionTV here in the Bronx, New York. Bronx Studios at Neiman College. Welcome back. Shout out to Miss Nikki.
What's up?
Shout out to Capital J and Swan, wherever they at. And shout out to me, of course, because, you know, I'm that nigga. You heard? You're boy.
You right.
Just joking around.
I know.
We have cool guests today. We just had Melo come. He runs a podcast out here in the city. We had a cool talk with him. We have Beyonce here today, everybody. We have Beyonce here today. We have Beyonce of Marketing here, everybody. She's a really dope marketer. She has the complete rundown on how to make you successful, and get you out there to the world. We're going to ask her questions about what she does and how she helps out people. So without further ado, let's bring out the Beyonce Marketing Junae, everybody. Yeah. It's an honor to meet you. So how's it going today?
Good.
Thanks for coming out here to hang out with us.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
So what is the type of marketing that you do exactly?
So I am CEO and founder of Brown to Perfection Agency. So we do traditional marketing, but we also do digital content strategy, brand management, and event production.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
a good time.
I may have to get some. I may have to work with you because I
Let me know what you
That's
need.
what I'm talking about. What's some of the things that you like? What's some of the different things that come up when you're doing like marketing? Like what's coming the issues? What's coming some of the regular things that pop off when you do marketing?
Usually a lot of it is definitely helping people find out what their brand voice is.
Right.
So, when it comes to marketing, a big part of it is finding your target audience, because if you don't know who you're trying to sell to, then you're just throwing stuff at a wall and hoping that it sticks, right?
You're trying to sell baby powder to an old lady.
Exactly.
I mean, but they use that. They use that.
That was bad.
Bad example. But you know what I meant.
Yes, but that's a big one. I would say that's probably the biggest one, right? So really figuring that out. I work with a lot of brands, companies, artists, media personalities, and the biggest thing is figuring out who they're trying to get to watch their stuff, to buy their products, to come outside and see them at a live show, whatever it is.
Right. Nice. So for event productions and marketing, what are some of the tools that you think people can use? Don't give away all your secrets, but what are some of the tools people can use to get people to their events?
I would say definitely start by building a community, right? You can't just come out the gate and be like, hey guys, I'm doing this thing. Come outside for me, spend money, put on clothes, get on the train, bus, Uber, get in your car, buy this thing. Yeah, so I think you should be actively engaging with people first and kind of build up your rapport and then say, hey, I'm doing this thing. People will be a lot more willing to support you. But different actual platforms to use. I mean, there's always Eventbrite and Splash to sell tickets. Everybody should be creating an email list. So followers are dope. But, imagine trying to DM everybody to invite them to something versus you being able to just email them because they're subscribed to your list and you've already been kind of marketing to them and do that. And when you do the event also, that's a good way to get emails in the first place because you keep all those and then you start sending them stuff. I think a lot of people forget we don't own anything on the social media apps. Your Instagram could be gone tomorrow because they feel like it. Your Twitter could be gone tomorrow because they feel like it. Your Facebook could be gone tomorrow if you feel like it. So you want to have a central place where you can have your supporters and your fans kind of live.
Have a whole email list. I definitely agree with that because the email is always there. It's like having a phone number list as well.
Basically.
And one thing you were saying before is people aren't basically you're saying build rapport. So it's if I don't go to anybody's events, if I don't go to anybody's actual parties or events or whatever they having, if I don't go to anybody's thing, how do I expect people to come to my events?
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta like actually network and build real relationships with people, not just transactional relationships either, where it's like, oh, what can I get from you? What can you do for me?
Right, just show love.
Just show love. And even if you don't gotta be everywhere outside, you can show love virtually. It takes nothing to like, comment, share.
I
Like
see
that's
what's
free.
up. Yeah, exactly.
It's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's very big. That was so she gave you some tea just now. There's some real shit.
And how long you been doing this?
So I've been marketing. Wow, I've been marketing since I'd say 2012. I think was my first marketing internship, and then I went to college. I went to 5 towns in Long Island, and then I got my degree in business management, music business there. And then I started working at Sony Music. So I worked at Columbia Records and then at RCA Records in urban marketing. And then when I transitioned out of the label space, I started my own agency. That was 2016. So going on 4 years soon in the summer.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sister doing her thing out here, marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I always appreciate seeing like people like me, people like us, doing different things. Coming up, we always get told, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be a teacher, and stuff like that. We don't ever think about doing being in media or being in marketing as a route for us to take.
Right.
So it's good that people can see, that people growing up can see us doing stuff like media and marketing. So that's good. And she's Beyonce of marketing too, everybody. How did you come up with that name? What made you come up with that name?
Well, Beyonce represents excellence all around, right? I think we can agree on that.
Right. She's the queen of everything.
She's the queen of everything. And so, big things for me in the past couple of years, my business have been like excellence, execution, like those have been recurring themes. And so honestly, a few years ago, I thought of it, but I thought I was being too bold to come out the gate like that.
Never too bold.
But never too bold. I'm past that phase. So I'm just like, this is what it is, because I am excellent at it. And, my goal is to always execute with excellence, always, think outside of the box, lay out the blueprint, trailblaze, all those things. And I know, some people, I remember somebody was talking about being like the Olivia Pope. And I was like, Beyonce. Come on, it's Beyonce. You don't even got to say nothing after that. You say Beyonce, that's an adjective.
Right, exactly.
Beyonce is an adjective.
Own whole thing. It's beyond herself. It's the whole universe knows Beyonce.
That's good that you have that confidence in yourself, because that's what's going to make people want to work with you. Because you believe in yourself, then people want to actually believe in you. If you're like skeptical, they're gonna be like, well,
like me,
she doesn't
right?
believe in herself.
Like me, right?
Yeah. What about you, okay? I still believe in you, though.
I know you.
You're absolutely right, Nikki, because that's where it starts. It starts with you. If you don't believe it, like you said, nobody else will.
It's very true. Confidence is key. Anything you're doing, even if you're not that good at it, if you believe in yourself, you'll get good at it. So it takes time, it takes persistence, it takes experience, but if you believe in yourself, it'll happen. Where can everybody find you at?
So you guys can find me. My personal pages are at Junae Brown, JUNAE BROWN, and my agency pages are B2P Agency.
Nice. So we're gonna put that right there. Everybody, check her out. Are you gonna stick around with us for a little bit? We're gonna have another guest. You gonna stick around with us?
Okay, yeah, I'll hang out.
So we're gonna have Lea Anderson. Excuse me. Who's Lea Daniels?
I don't know.
We have Lea Anderson coming out. She's a very, very talented singer from out here in New York City, and she's going to show us, talk to us about what she does, and also perform. So, everybody, we'll be back with more LiveActionTV. Shout out to Miss Nikki. Shout out to Beyonce of Marketing. Right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. LiveActionTV, Bronx, New York, here in Union College, Bronx Studios. Welcome back. Shout out to Miss Junae, the Beyonce of Marketing, who's still here with us, hanging out. And shout out to Swan and my boy, Capital J, who's not here today. But we have another guest today, a singer from the East Coast of America. She's born in D.C., she's raised in South Carolina. Shout out to my dad and all my family in South Carolina. And she's now a New Yorker now, making it happen out here in the city, big city. And she's doing a damn good job, making some damn good music. Everybody welcome Lea Anderson.
How
are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
Yes.
So,
So,
you are a singer.
I am.
I've heard some of your songs,
Yes.
and I love them.
Thank you. That was my goal.
Really, really, really good stuff.
Thank you.
What influenced you to become a singer?
Oh, I got to the point where I felt like music was calling me more than anything else. And so it would have been a disservice to me to not follow my dream. Every other thing that I tried to do, I had other careers, and I went to school for art management, so I tried to start a career doing museum work. I was a painter for a little while.
Wow.
But every time I would, try to get to the next level in those fields, music would literally be like, nope.
We need you over here.
I'm gonna need you over here. We're gonna, yeah.
Nice.
So I was called to it, I think.
Cool. So painting, what kind of painting was you doing? You was like painting houses and shit?
No.
Oh, right.
Oil and canvas.
Okay, nice, cool.
Fine art.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. But the sound of music just called you.
Of course, yeah. It was always in my heart, and songwriting always came easy to me. And even when people would be like, oh, it's so hard, I need a team. I'm like, but I wrote that song in 8 minutes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Certain things come easy to certain people.
Yeah, and so that's why I felt like it's more so my calling.
Right.
Not to brag, but I just feel like people have different callings and you have to answer it. Like, spirit will lead you certain ways, God will lead you certain ways, and you're here for a reason, and I feel like I'm here to share my music with others.
Nice.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. It's good music.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Today you're going to sing a song for us. The song is called Mine.
Mine.
Nice. It's one of my favorite songs of yours.
Oh, thank you.
I like that song. When you sent it to me, I was like, wow, this shit is dope.
Thank you.
What influenced you to make that song?
Well, first I wanted a beatbox song. So yeah, that's me beatboxing on it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dope. Hey.
Oh, the mic's here. But you didn't get the full effect because I wasn't doing it in the mic. But
Pause.
But that was actually a tipsy song. I had no intention of writing something like that or about that certain person. Like, I was like, I'm not writing about him because he don't like me back. I'm not going to glorify him. But I was at my friend and one of my mentors' house, and he was like, Lea, I got this beat. Just try it. And so I just wrote that song. I didn't write it down. I just sang it on the mic, and it came out beautiful. So he's like, I should develop it. So I did. Nice. Yeah, and so it's on my album. Nice. And so it's like a summer love joint. It's danceable. I've sent it to a few DJs, and that's cool just seeing people like actually interact and dance to it. Yeah, so.
So nice. Fun. You have a new project that you dropped last year?
Yeah.
Nice album. What's the name of the album?
Pronounced Lea Deluxe.
Nice.
Because people still say my name wrong.
Right, because your name is spelled Lea.
Lea, yeah.
Right. So automatically when I'm seeing Lea. But luckily I didn't say Lea.
Yeah.
Lea.
It's Old English.
Nice.
And so, I was advised by my older sister. She's like, you still need to teach people how to say your name. Right. It's your first album, so why not just introduce yourself?
Perfect title.
Because it can be it could have easily been a self-titled album, like Lea Anderson by Lea Anderson. Right. But if people aren't saying my name right, what's the point?
Everybody go say Lea, still say
Lea. Yeah. And my first show of the year is at 54 Below, so I want to invite everybody out there. And if you follow me on Instagram now, you'll get 35% off tickets because, it's my birthday present to everyone.
When's your birthday?
So January 22nd, the 22nd day of the year.
Nice.
Yes, I am. Yes.
February 5th.
Yes.
Hey, February 8th. February 8th.
Aquarius. What? Tribe.
Word. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, us.
All of us.
Yes. It's our season.
Aquarius season.
Yeah.
You said people can find you at your Instagram is I
am Lea Anderson. That's IAMLEA Anderson. And this is actually my album, pronounced Lea Deluxe. It's on Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, iHeartRadio. It's on iTunes. It's on everything. So please check it out and like it. Or yeah, share it with your friends. Share it with people that like
a good listen.
R&B.
Take a good listen, because really good music, and we appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Same for you, Miss Junae.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Appreciate y'all. Follow your dreams, everybody. Stay true to yourself. Don't let people distract you. As I always say, shit's always going to happen to get in your way and distract you from whatever goal you have. Ignore that. Know what it is. Before the big stuff happens, a lot of drama always happens. So avoid it. Understand where you're at and where you're going. Know yourself and be strong and make it happen. Till next time, everybody. Shout out to Miss Nikki. Shout out to Junae. Lea Anderson.
Yes.
Shout out to Rich over here. shout out to Capital J.
Audience member.
Shout out to Capital J, Swan, and shout out to Melo who was here earlier. Peace and love, everybody. We're gonna let Lea Anderson kill the stage. Enjoy it. Till next time, LiveActionTV. Peace.
Peace.
To be near you, feel you in the moment of my heart. I keep wishing you would come my way. I know you would fit so good in my life. I can't show you real love, boy, how beautiful we could be if you were mine. If you were mine. If you were mine, if you were mine, if you were mine, tasting your lips. I wish that I could share it with my girls, just so they could witness the sweetness of your love. Oh, I keep wishing you would come my way. I know you would fit so good in my life. I can't show you real love, boy, how beautiful we could be if you were mine. If you were mine. Oh, if you were mine. If you were mine. If you were mine.
I wasn't gonna write a song about you, but my friend gave me whiskey and a pen, and this is what came out.
Mine. If you were mine. Oh, if you were mine. If you were mine. If you were mine, if you were mine.